One, two. Not Monty just earned. Yeah. 7:15. Let's call the meeting to order. Not that there's any disorder, but uh, anyway, this is a city council meeting. It's been held on Thursday, September 18th, 2025, with the executive session beginning at 6 p.m. in the City Hall conference room. Regular meeting beginning at 7:15 at the Seymour City Hall, 301 North Washington, Seymour, Texas 76380. All notices have been duly posted in accordance and conformance with the government code of the state of Texas, section 551.072C. The city of Seymour attempts to make its meetings accessible to all its citizens. If you have a need of auxiliary aids, please notify the city secretary at 940-889-3148 at least 48 hours in advance. The agenda is also posted on the city's website at cityofseymour.org with the following agenda to be considered. We have done our executive session. Do we want to go ahead and address that now or no, as far as action or?
That's up to you, Mayor. So if there's any
Okay.
action that y'all want to take regarding closed session, y'all could do that now, or you could wait at the
Okay.
end.
Is there any action anybody wants to take at this point? No action taken at this point. Okay, we'll go to the regular meeting. We'll do our roll call. We'll get to that here in a second. Councilman Lan Wynn. Here. Councilman Skylar Hendricks.
Here.
Council Lady Debbie Gillespie.
Here.
Councilman Billy Hendricks.
Here.
Council Lady Nancy Townley.
Here.
Okay. We're as accounted for as we can be. Let's do our Pledge of Allegiance, and if you remain standing, I'll say our prayer tonight. Flag's down here in the corner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Father, we just come to you in the name of Jesus, and we ask you, Lord, to bless us, give us wisdom tonight, go before us. Lord, bless our community, bless everyone here today, everyone that needs your help. Father, we ask that you would bring us some rain and that you would bless us in every way and help us in all that we do here this evening. It's in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay. Let's see here. I've got some announcements. I'll let Billy. Do you have any announcements? I'll go to you if you've got some.
I just want to give a shout out to I know some of them are here tonight. For the golf tournament this weekend from the Chamber of Commerce. It was a great time. Enjoyed it.
Yes. I heard it was well attended and went off real well. Okay, I'll make a couple of announcements. October 6th through 12th, we have our garbage only pickup, for lack of a better word. No limbs, no trees, that kind of thing. Metal primarily and other stuff that is collected around folks' house. It's always a good thing, kind of clean the town up even more. Dr. Brazier and I got a text last night from Seymour Beautification folks, and I always like to get some good news. They are seeking our support. They're hoping to get a grant to redo the city Esplanades. There's 3 of them on around the courthouse square there. No money required from the city of Seymour, but basically all they would ask us to do is to remove some of the dead or dying trees, and they hope to go back with some, not a lot of trees, but some trees, some rocks, boulders, some irrigation or bubblers, some lighting and some sculptures. I'm not sure what kind of sculptures, but they need permission from the council, or that. Well, I'm not sure they need permission, or he needs permission from the city. I'm not sure if we need a meeting on that or not, but uh, should the city want to grant this permission, they would start in January or February of next year. So I think that would look really nice. Randy Harden and Beautification, Seymour Beautification, and those folks have done a number of projects around here. The post office across the street, for one. So just wanted to mention that. We'll get that kind of worked out. And let's do Dr. Brazier. I'm going to go to you. We have a special guest here tonight, and I'm going to let you recognize a champion here we have tonight.
Yes, well, the city of Seymour, we were super excited to have our very first club championship tournament, and our numbers weren't as big as what we had liked, being the first one. But I thought we had a good turnout. But more importantly, we had a lot of fun, and of course, the whole point of having the tournament too was, of course, to have a club champion, but also try to promote our golf course and show it off, and hopefully again get more members. So I don't know if we achieved all that, but we do have a club champion that I would have the privilege and honor to recognize this evening. And so, Mr. Bob Simpson, if you would come up. Yeah. And on behalf of the mayor and the city council, we just appreciate your membership. We appreciate your participation and in the tournament. And so we have this beautiful trophy. It says Bob Simpson, Salt Fork Club Champion 2025.
Totally undeserved.
But you're not going to give it back, right?
I'm not giving it back.
Here,
And I am very appreciative for that little gospel that we have.
Yes.
It is an asset to the community, and glad we have it.
Absolutely. Todd here, superintendent.
Yeah, Todd, why don't you come up with us and let's all get a picture and celebrate Bob's victory. And we also have a plaque up in the clubhouse, and so we're going to keep every year we're going to have a different club champion. Maybe Bob every year, I don't know, but Bob's name is on that plaque.
Thank you, Bob, for coming down. Okay, we're going to go to citizens' comments, and I've got two speakers at this point, and I'll start with Misty Weiser. And let me read something right quick, because I always do this, and I haven't done it yet. But public comment. The purpose is to hear citizens' concerns. Any citizen may speak on any item on the agenda or not on the agenda for anything you want to speak about for 3 minutes. Dr. Brazier, you'll run the clock over there. And if you want to glance over there, it'll give you okay. Anyway, push that button up, and if you will, talk right into it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, that's very good. Talk loud as you can, or you're
Okay.
comfortable talking.
All right.
Thank you, Misty.
All right. My name's Misty Weiser. It is easy when you live in a very rural community to hear rumors and listen in on conversations about issues affecting our community. We decided to go directly to the source and obtain information and inform ourselves as to the Salt Fork Recreational Complex. I would say that the revenue and expense reports that were provided to us kindly, thank you, it would almost be impossible to properly assess the actual profit and loss of that complex. The revenue and expenses are included in general funds and separated out by line items, but in my opinion are not accurate depictions of the actual profit and loss of the complex. In order to save time, I will just use one line item as an example. If you take line item 410149, Pro Shop expense, they have an expense there for $4,974.34 for the purchase of merchandise to sell. Year to date, it appears that they have reported revenue of Pro Shop sales for merchandise and equipment as being $2,780.06. The way the reports show it, that would be a $2,194.28 loss. However, that does not take into account that there's still remaining inventory and value attached to it. Also, there is a line item in the amount of $91,875 that has been explained to us but as a posting error and in the wrong fiscal year and is awaiting correction. However, currently the reports reflect this as further loss. I've been advised that all of the council is fully aware of this line item and that the posting error associated therewith. By the reports provided to me, I am unable to determine the actual profit loss of the complex. However, if this is taking a huge loss every year, as been discussed, then why not market it for sale? I personally had numerous people come up bragging on this course and how lucky we are to have such a beautiful course in such a small town at the golf tournament this last weekend. This is attributable to the guys out there that worked so hard to make it what it is today. Tonight, I would also like to discuss the groundskeepers out there, as that's the only position being decided on with the proposed budget tonight. It is being proposed that you just decrease this to only one groundskeeper. I want to speak about the two current ones out there, Sean Sanchez and Sean Weiser. I will speak that both of these guys truly love this golf course and have put in their blood, sweat, and tears into this course. They both love the game of golf and enjoy the course as members as well. Sean Sanchez brings a wealth of knowledge in the equipment and does an amazing job of helping keep old equipment up and running and to make the course taken care of. Anyone who knows Sean Weiser knows his passion and extreme knowledge of golf, and those who have played golf with him have seen that passion. I appreciate you hearing me out, and my hope is that all what I've been advised is accurate, that each of you have been directed, that even though the budget is up for approval, that revisions can still be made. Thank you.
Thank you, Misty. Okay, the next speaker, Jordan Weiser. Come on up, Jordan. Thank you for coming.
Good evening. My name is Jordan Weiser. I would like to take a couple minutes of your time to discuss matters associated with the golf course. Per the proposed 2025-2026 budget and common talk around town, the golf course will be forced to cut a full-time employee, specifically a groundskeeper, and said employee will be transferred to another city department. If the proposed budget is approved as stated with one supervisor position and one groundskeeper position, then I hope that you take into consideration what that would cost you in the care of the course and the loss of revenue on memberships. For those of you that play golf and even those that just value a community asset, this will be a disappointing day if you approve the transfer of a Salt Fork employee and approve the proposed budget set out in front of you. I would like you to consider the following aspects of being an employee of the golf course. If you think golf course maintenance, equipment maintenance, mowing greens and fairways, being outside in the heat all day in the summer months, and or being expected to be available every weekend in the summer can be properly managed by one groundskeeper, then I hope that you get to spend one day in their shoes. As for how this affects me and my family personally, my husband, Sean Weiser, who already works full-time at the golf course with an additional full-time groundskeeper, spends numerous hours perfecting the condition of said course for being a valuable community asset. Taking away an additional groundskeeper will overwork my husband and or kill him to watch all of the hard work that has been put in thus far be thrown away. As a spouse, I would hope that my husband would not be expected to be present and available every day, including weekends, to keep the greens properly mowed during the golf season, answer phone calls, and or assist and other matters. Those of you that play golf and or know the game know the value in the greens and the importance of proper care, including the knowledge in mowing them. I am honored to personally know both groundskeepers at the course. I am in awe of their talent, hard work, and dedication of providing a great place for golf and other events in the people of the community and from out of town. I feel like that if this decision is made tonight that has been proposed, this will be a huge misjustice on the golf course and will, in my opinion, cause a loss of memberships and or revenue. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and my hope is that you consider the importance and value of the hardworking employees of the golf course. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Okay. Moving right along. We have a city administrator reports, and Dr. Brazier, I'll turn that over to you.
Yes, sir. Just again, your police department report is in your packet. And again, I just want to give accolades to our police and all the hard work that you see in their numbers. So Chief Sawyer and his team are really, really working hard for our citizens to keep us safe. And again, you see that in your report. Financial report through the end of August, it shows that we are $183,774 in the black, which is really good. It's better than I anticipated with the more mild temperatures that we've had. And overall, at the end of this, through August, shows that we're in the black $484,000. And given current projections for the end of the fiscal year, it looks like that we will end up with a balanced budget. Won't have a lot in fund balance, but I'm always pleased to see that we're operating in the black. And I think that's just a reflection of all of our supervisors and all their hard work and making sure that we run the city and we're financially responsible with taxpayer dollars. Also, upcoming events, again, the mayor did talk about the garbage only cleanup week, and we really, really want to continue moving forward. I think we've done a tremendous amount of work clean up our community, but it takes everyone to do that. And so we do have the residential garbage cleanup week, October 6th to the 12th. And then after the 12th, we'll start going around cleaning picking up all the piles of garbage that's put out on the curb. Also want to start talking about October 25th is our haunted city hall. This is a great event for the city. It has grown and grown, and we are going to have more community participation this year. We've been told, so we hope it continues to grow, and just a great time for everyone to serve and to make a difference for our community, for our kids, and to fellowship together. And then also dilapidated property report, Lauren.
Your dilapidated properties report is on page 16. There's not a lot of change. We did receive the TIPS conveyance. It is complete. And that home was precariously leaning towards the carport, was leaning towards the house next door. We've gone in, or the street department went in and kind of pulled that. So you'll notice the facade, the front of it is caved in, falling down a little bit, but that was to prevent it from hitting the house next door. So as soon as possible, that is in plans to complete the demolition. Also, the property at 907 North Main, the conveyance is complete on that one. We are still waiting on the 811 and 807 on Northeast Street. And so the biggest hurdle that we've overcome is the time that we had to wait to condemn the 3 houses listed in the Texas Communities Group section there. All of those postings have been done. The time has lapsed, and we will address those at the next meeting.
Let me ask you a real quick question right here. I've visited with Council Lady Gillespie a little bit on that. As far as lots to sell, we basically just, as we sit here, only one lot that we can put up. We can probably do that next week or next month, wouldn't you think?
Yes. 402 East Morris is the only lot that we own. All the other lots or properties that we have cleaned have not been ours, and liens have been filed at the courthouse.
Right. Got you. We don't actually have title to them. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Anything else down here, or we'll go to the public hearings? Okay, public hearings. Number 1, Resolution 1591, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Seymour amending the Resolution 1574. Okay, thank you. The operating budget of the City of Seymour for the fiscal year 24-25, adding additional funding to line items as listed by transferring funds from line items as listed in detail. So, Dr. Braze, you might explain this. I think this is to, legally, we have to do budget adjustments when they fall outside of our
So
original budget.
yes, so we are doing a budget amendment, which means that the entire budget will be re-recorded with these changes in this resolution at the courthouse because we incurred additional revenue that was not originally budgeted for. So we had 3 police grants, an economic development grant. We had some additional revenue in sales tax. All of that is listed in that resolution. And so because we have a balanced budget, if our revenue increases, then we go in and amend the budget and it reflects in the expenditures so that it is balanced again. So this will be re-recorded at the courthouse as an amended budget. And then when we have our audit done, both budgets will be presented to your auditor.
Okay, so we really need this before the next meeting, since we're going to hopefully have an audit between now and then.
Yes, you do all your, historically, we have done the majority of our adjustments. This is our first amendment since I've been here in September because we will close your fiscal year out at the end of September. So this adjusts the budget enough to put us into compliance with what our auditors request us to do.
Okay, all right. Any discussion at this point, or do we have to go to the next?
This is just a public hearing, so if anybody from
Yes.
the public has a comment on the resolution 1591.
Yeah, you're welcome to comment. And we'll come back to this again later in the meeting. Number 2, resolution 1592, a resolution approving and adopting a budget for the city of Seymour for the fiscal year beginning on October the 1st, 2025 and ending September 30th, 2026 in the form of a roll call voice vote on the budget resolution. So you're certainly welcome to comment on this if you want to. Anybody out there? Or, again, we're going to come back to it later in the meeting. If not, then we'll go to number 3, ordinance 25-11, an ordinance of the city of Seymour, Texas, levying ad valorem taxes for tax year 2025 at 0.41175 per $100 of valuation for property within the corporate limits, representing a levy of 0.41175 per $100 for operations and maintenance, providing due and delinquent tax dates, penalties, lost my page, here we go, and interest, recording the roll call vote of council and providing an effective date. Again, we'll come back to that in a minute. We've discussed these, the rate that we're going back, and this is the voter approved rate, and we'll get to that in a little more detail. This is the first, or the thing that we have to open up to begin with. Again, anybody would like to comment, they're certainly free to do so. If not, we get to the consent agenda. We've all read through that. The 1591 budget adjustments falls within the consent agenda, so it's in there. Any comment on that? We'll be glad to listen on that. If not, we've got our action items.
I'm gonna make a motion. We approve the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you for that. We have a motion to accept the consent agenda. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a second from Ms. Gillespie. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, the same. It passes. Okay. Action items. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning a request from Emma Kate Pribla, junior class president, to hold a homecoming street dance at the intersection of Washington and McLean Streets on October 18th, 2025 from 7 to 10 p.m., also requesting appropriate street closures for the event. And yeah, there you are. You ladies, if you will, whenever you speak, introduce yourselves and just let us know what you're thinking about.
Yes, sir. I'm Emma Kate Pribla. I'm the Seymour High Junior Class President. I'm Diana Charo, and I am the Junior Class Secretary.
I'm Aubrey Miller, and I'm the Junior Class Vice President.
And I'm Brooke Shahan, the Junior Class Reporter.
Hello, City Council. We are grateful for the opportunity to present our proposal to you today. Every year, juniors create fundraising ideas to help their class raise money for prom. Expenses include the location, decorations, catering, entertainment, and much, much more. We aim to create a fundraiser that not only provides financial benefits, but also fosters community spirit and town pride.
That led us to our idea of community homecoming dance, an activity that has been discussed for years but never realized. We believe this event should extend beyond high school students and serves as an opportunity to unite the entire community. To make this vision a reality, we seek City Council's permission to block off the road at the intersection of Washington and McLean for the event on October 18th, 2025 from 7 to 10 p.m.
We've already planned some of the specifics for the event. We plan on having a night in the town theme for the dance, utilizing the area's pre-existing architecture and visuals for the theme. Entertainment-wise, Chris Jimenez has committed to being the DJ for the event. Additionally, we have a group of motivated SHS musicians who would like to contribute by playing music for the event. We request permission to utilize the lot for this music setup to further incorporate the location into the event.
We believe that having this event would show the hard work and dedication of our Seymour students and would be a fun event for our community to celebrate homecoming. We look forward to your response and the opportunity to host this community event. Thank you.
Okay, sounds like a really cool event. Any questions from the council? One question I've got: how do you make money?
So we're thinking about setting up a table, and people have to pay to get in, and we're going to give them bracelets so we keep track of who gets in and out.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
So it's basically you're paying. People would pay to come to the homecoming or to the dance that
Yes,
you're
sir.
sponsoring. We don't control the lot. Who would control? Who
So
would?
you would need to speak with Harry and Patricia Portwood to use the lot. However, if power is an issue, we would need to work on that together to provide them enough electricity for the event.
Okay, and there's power on on the lot, right? Or
No, the power that has been utilized at the lot actually comes from People's Bank.
oh, okay.
I'm sorry, Interbank. I got my banks mixed up.
It's a long extension.
It is a
cord,
long
yeah.
extension cord. Additionally, you may want to consider bathrooms as well. Where would your dance actually occur at? Where do you want people to dance at?
We would just like it to be somewhere on Washington and McLean, just wherever y'all think would be best to shut off the road.
My suggestion, knowing where the power is available, because we have electricity at the corner of the courthouse, and then we also have electricity available at the corner of United Pharmacy. My suggestion to the council, when you grant road closures, I would grant the closure at McLean at Ferguson's there. I would also grant it across Washington at Seymour Helping Hands to the courthouse, and then probably all the way down to at least the old annex. If some people wanted to use that for parking, they probably could, but I would suggest you give it enough room that people don't accidentally pull in too close. So that doesn't necessarily have to have the whole street blocked off, but a good majority of that street would probably need to be blocked off. And then just right there at the intersection of the bank and the pharmacy. So I don't think you'd have to extend any further into Washington Street in either way, but I think all four of those intersections need to be clear of any pass-through traffic and for electricity purposes.
So, how would we get, how would we block these streets off starting at 7 o'clock? Would somebody from the street department or?
Well, we can do it a lot of different ways. Typically, we leave all the supplies out there, and then those responsible come out
Okay.
there, and then they'll just move it out there, and then they'll pull it back after the event is cleaned up and
Yes.
Everybody's left.
The city, if this is approved, would come on. We've got somebody else. Well, are y'all pretty much? He owns the lot. Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is the city doesn't own it, so we can't give you permission to do it. I would suggest Mr. Knowles contacting him and or the bank and just say, hey,
Yeah, as a courtesy.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's open access. It may very well be, but I'm thinking they got permission from him to do all that there, but I don't think he relinquished. I mean, I shouldn't say that. I don't know that, but that's a minor thing. I don't think anybody would turn you down on that.
I had thought they donated it. He had donated it to, but I'm just saying, I thought he donated it for, for whoever did the lot, and it was like the cities, but I'm not for sure.
No, the city doesn't.
Not the cities, not the city. I mean, you know what I mean? For
How
the
do
town.
How do you guys plan on controlling the flow of people? Like, so you know who's supposed to be in there and not. What y'all's plan?
So we have lots of people from our grade willing to help. We're going to take turns patrolling, and they don't have a stamp or a bracelet.
And you are gonna. That's good. And you are gonna control the activities as far as keeping it family friendly, like
Yes, sir.
drinking wise and everything. Because if you're gonna open it to adults for dancing, stuff can happen. So
Yes, sir. We're
okay,
gonna make sure to tell them.
it's out in the public.
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you got a plan because you know how people are. I just wanted you to hear you say that you got a plan, honestly.
Yeah.
So that's good. Yeah.
Does anybody have any more discussion or have a issue with it or not? If not, I'd entertain a motion to grant these ladies what they're looking for.
Well, I'll make a motion that we grant the closing of the streets at the locations we spoke of for the junior class for their homecoming dance.
I'll second that.
Okay, we've got a motion to do it, a second, and all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. So we're good.
Thank you
We're
so
good.
much.
You bet. Hey, perfect. Yes, it was a good presentation. Okay, that was that. Okay. All right, number 9, action items. Let me get to 36. You may not need this, but I'll get there anyway. Oh, wait. Page. 30. Oh, sorry. Yeah, here we go. About that. There it is. Okay. Number 9, discuss, consider, and take action on resolution 1592 adopting fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. And it's a roll call vote. It's time for discussion. Y'all can come up, and if you want to discuss this further, you're certainly welcome to do so. You've got time. Anybody up here want to go through anything and discuss anything, or we can certainly do that.
We adopt this right now, and this is what's determining like the budget we talked about, but we can make further amendments, right? Like if we need to move things, or is this it, right? I mean,
Yes.
So if we decide what we know, what the topic at hand, what some of the folks are here to see what we decide on, and then we decide if we need to amend it later on, that's possible.
Yes, that's possible.
Okay. I mean, I was just checking. I mean, I don't know if anybody up here wants to discuss
Yeah.
the hot topic on the budget right now before we approve it, or if we
No.
want to wait and figure more out and discuss it later on and look at an
Yeah.
amendment, or, I mean, I don't.
One second. I did have something I wanted to mention, but I can't. Oh, here it is. Actually, that's not it. Please bear with me. Maybe. That's not it. That's not it.
Hey, I just wanted to clarify something that y'all said today to me, that they had been directed that they can make revisions to that prior to approval tonight, because I know that y'all's budget starts in October 1st, is my understanding, so you'd have to make a final decision tonight, but that you could amend it, you could state I just wanted to make sure that was clear, because kind of got miscommunication. All right, thank you.
Guys, all I'm saying is I had lots of questions about a bunch of numbers on my budget, so I just want us to make sure we're going in the right direction with all the numbers that I was questioning about. Do we want to pass the budget with all the questions right now, or do we need to wait on this to make sure some of my numbers are correct? That's what I'm asking. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. There are a lot of things we want to make sure we're right on. The thing that I guess that I come down on or consider is the city is facing a lot of financial and infrastructure challenges, and some of them are immediate. They're very critical, and to all of our citizens. I was looking at our debt load. We owe about $5.8 million. And I think our payments add up to about $550,000 a year trying to pay this off. We owe about $2.15 million on our electric meters, and those bad news on that is they're going to need to be replaced in the next few years. I guess my point is, we've got a lot of issues that face the community. We've got a pipeline that moves our city sewage to the sewer station that needs to be replaced. It needs to be buried. It's above ground, and it was nearly washed away in the last heavy rain. It's critical, and it's very expensive. Our water delivery system is 100 years old in some places. And talk to the water department sometimes about having to get out and do that. Some people end up with brown water in their lines, and I know Dr. Brazier's gotten some calls. I've had people mention it to me, and it's something that really needs to be addressed, and we are addressing it. We've brought our water wells back. When I was elected mayor, we had 1 or 2 wells that were operating. We're up to 5 to 7 wells. TCEQ is going to approve another well. All of this is critical and very expensive. I can go on the RO plant. The road goes underwater when it rains heavily. Not a good situation. It's critical and it's expensive. Several years ago, our electric department, someone was considering trying to purchase it. They looked at it and said 400 poles need to be replaced immediately. It's critical and it's expensive. These departments are working hard. They're trying to stay in their budget. I'm in favor of the budget as presented, and like Councilman Henrik said down at the end there, we can adjust as we go. If it doesn't work or doesn't seem to be working, or it can be tweaked in certain ways, then we can certainly do that. So anyway, at this point, it's a council decision, and it's a roll call. And I'll get to that unless there's more discussion. Discuss, consider, we're taking action on the resolution 1592 adopting the fiscal year 2025-26 budget. Roll call vote. Council place 1, Lan Nguyen. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we need a motion.
Sorry.
I just want to emphasize, though, it's critical that we have a budget approved. So, I mean,
yes,
y'all just need to figure out what we want to do, and so we can move forward. Because if we don't have a budget, then that's going to create a whole nother set of issues. So, anyway, so make sure you just think this through before you do anything.
So when we approve this budget and say the other situation that we are thinking about, and if that doesn't, we can amend it and put. That doesn't mean everything's going to change.
Yeah, it's your budget. You can do with it whatever you want, pretty much whenever you want.
This is not, but I think we can't say, hey, we want to change this part of the budget and we're going to approve it with those changes, right? We'd have to make the changes, then come back and approve it again, correct? Just to be clear, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yes, you can make a motion
with changes.
With the change,
okay,
yes.
Okay. I mean, you can quit beating around the bush. I mean, everybody, the topic is we want to know if they're going to make the changes at the golf course or not. That's what everybody's thinking right now. And I'm sure that's what's weighing on the decision of approving everything or not. And so I think before we sit up here silently and just decide either vote or not vote, we might as well talk about it, discuss it, and figure it out. I'm not going to, I mean, we sit here and we wait around and I can't read all four of everybody else's mind up here. I've already heard what they have to say, and I know what we've talked about. But I mean, if we want to discuss anything, we might as well discuss it. I know for one, I was absent during some of the workshops because I was working out of town, and I apologize, but so I don't know exactly all what was discussed on these things. I just know what the result was. So I don't know if we want to discuss any more or not.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I am not for moving an employee at this moment. So I don't know what that, and I mean, if I'm saying it the wrong way, I just don't think we should do that right now because of everything we discussed earlier. And we need to find out what the exact numbers are on things, or maybe not the exact, but closer than what, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not for doing that.
I got you. Like I say, I said my part, and I'm concerned with the overall health financially. We've spent tens of thousands of dollars to get our finances audited up to date. We have missed out on a large grant because, at one point we were 4 years behind. We're within a month of having everything caught up. So I truly understand. I appreciate everybody out there, but at some point, where do you put your emphasis? If it's losing, if we go in the hole, those numbers have been kicked around, 150,000, 100,000. What is it? 180,000. Emphasis on financial health of the city and our infrastructure, which is better than it was, but we're still
Are you
still
Mark,
need that help.
when you discuss and you bring up these critical things and you leave out a portion of what you're talking about? Are you trying to emphasize that those are more important than what we're talking about? Because I mean, I'd like to hear what you think about it.
Yes.
If you're trying to
Yes.
emphasize the golf course is less, we don't
I-
need to worry about that and only
Yes.
worry about that stuff.
No.
I'd like to hear you just say
I'm,
it. if
I'm
that's what you think.
saying we always want a golf course. I want the best possible golf course that we can have, not at any cost.
Right. And
Not at
I
any
get that.
cost.
I just wanted
We
to
could
hear- I
make
just
it. We
wanted-
could add $100,000 to it and make it. We could go plate it. But
Of
I'm saying,
course.
at what level do you want to support it? There are citizens in this town that don't even know where the golf course is. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating a little bit, but I'm not.
Oh, I understand. I've heard.
And-
I mean,
and-
there's still people in this
Yes.
town that think it's a
Yes.
private course and they're not allowed out there
Yes.
because
Yes.
they don't pay attention and they don't ask questions.
Yes.
I mean, it is what
Exactly.
it is. But if you want to ask questions and understand what the community has,
Yes.
they can do
Sean,
it.
go ahead.
I know Skylar's kind of talking about it too, but I don't understand why we're hearing about all the other issues with the city and why the golf course is being punished for all the other issues with every other department, with whatever it may be. I don't understand why. I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. Let's see. You've been up once. Yeah. Paul, if you want to speak, no, that's fine, Paul. I know, Paul. Yeah. Go ahead, Paul.
We have big concerns that a lot of these debts y'all are incurring have to do with lawsuits against Baylor Water, has to do with audits y'all are doing that should have been done a long time ago and should have been taken care of. And I agree with Sean. Why should the golf course pay for stuff if the electric department can't keep their stuff going, if the sewer department, if the water department, if they can't keep their stuff in track, if they can't keep things fixed? Why should you jeopardize another department because of other faults?
Well, I think these other departments do it, Paul, honestly, a really good job on their budgets. They stay very, very close. Mhm. Well, when you say it's working, at what cost? At what cost? So it's making money? I mean, after it's all said and done, is that, I mean, that's a serious question. I mean, or all the numbers I see are red. Hey, we're ready. We have a gentleman looking that has been looking for a while, and I mean, subject to the council, approving it. I don't think there's anybody up here, and I don't let me speak for anybody, that would be against selling it.
It would be the same thing like when we had someone come and talk about buying the electric department. They would just propose to purchase it, and they bring up a number and we approve it. But I mean, it's just a matter of someone bringing a number that it's valued at. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's been talked about, but I mean that's not what. And that's why I wanted to clarify, because the way you presented it made it sound like all this stuff's a problem. The golf course is important.
No,
and that's what it sounded like, and that's why I wanted to clarify, because.
All right, wait, hold on.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted the clarification.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear it. And,
I got you. I appreciate what you're saying.
I just want to say that I'm the newest member of the council, but I raised my kids at that country club. And I think a lot of people share the same sentiment that I do, that it definitely improves the quality of life. But it comes down to me from the standpoint of when we're trying to balance the numbers, that it is a department that runs in the red. And I think your point is well taken, that we have to make some changes in order to keep it, or we have to put it on the sales block. And at this point in time,
our option is to try to make some changes to get, we know that that club is going to operate in the red. It has, I guess, ever since the city owned it. And so it's not a matter of trying to make it make money. It's a matter of how can we maintain a golf course, keep a golf course, keep a swimming pool, for the benefit of a few citizens. I think there are less than 200 people that actually utilize that course or as members. And so I think from that perspective, we have to try to look at it. How can we do the best we can with the money that we have? I don't look at it as penalizing one department or taking money from one department or another. It's try to maintain the best balance for the quality of life and the safety of all of our citizens. So I think that's what we're all grappling with here, because all of us agree that we want a country club and we think it's a beautiful one now. It's a matter of just whether we can afford to maintain it in the way that it's being maintained now.
Thank you, Nancy. Kathy, you want to come speak? Speak right into that, if you will.
Working with the Chamber of Commerce and all the different things, and having just had that hometown tour and all that, people coming, and the value of the golf course is tremendous to the community. But y'all keep talking about the loss, but I think what the whole point of tonight was is there's no proof. There's no reality in the numbers that proves that there is a loss. Y'all are saying there's a loss, but there's lots of questions on those numbers, and you can't say it's a loss when it's not in red and black. I mean, you're calling it a loss because the numbers are not accurate. She even admitted that that line item is not accurate and it'll be fixed. But how can you judge and make a decision on something when you know the numbers aren't correct? And you can't call it a loss. You don't know what the numbers are. We need to know what the real numbers are. That's my point.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Anybody else? Dr. Brazier, would you say the numbers are reasonably accurate as far as?
Yes, I have a high level of confidence in the numbers that we've presented.
Okay.
Yes.
It gives a reflection of what's the profit and loss.
Yes, I think that
lack of profit.
Suzanne and Nita and their teams do a great job, as our audits reflect.
Yes.
And so I don't know how you could argue that it's not at this point.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else? All right. I guess we need a motion to take action on resolution 1592, adopting fiscal year 2025-2026 budget. Roll call vote. Well, we need a motion, I guess.
Mr. Mayor, I'd make a motion that we approve the budget as proposed.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the budget as presented and proposed. We'll have a second. Okay, if there's no second, does anybody want to? Well, it'll die. Okay. All right. Can we, from this point,
I would ask for another motion. If the council wants to keep that one, then they'd say, I make the motion to adopt the budget plus the cost of an additional employee
okay,
out at the golf course. And then we'll put in those numbers to make sure it reflects that.
Right.
And then we'll come back and amend that.
Would it be plus another employee out there and minus an employee from the water department?
Well, that's
Or
an
are you still
option
gonna
that
try
you
to hire
have.
somebody
But
there?
if
We've-
you do
we've
that,
got
the reason that let me approach that.
I just want to make sure we clarify. Yeah.
Last year, we increased water rates so we could add a fourth employee because we've got some major water infrastructure projects that's actually has begun. And so,
But that person probably wouldn't be paid at the same rate as.
so if we did that, then we would need to then lower our water rates, which is going to create another deficit. So,
Okay, but if we still maintain and decided to hire another water person, but it would probably be lower of the budget line because
So essentially you're
he
gonna
would be he's a more valued employee, get paid more than a brand new employee would.
so what you're going to
depending
be
on
doing
who
is
you hire.
adopting a deficit budget.
Right.
And then we're going to have to come back and find,
Money.
$60,000 somewhere and cut another department in order to fund this employee.
can we do that tonight? Would this budget go through as a deficit, say $58,000 or whatever the number is?
Yes, and then we'll come back
And
and
have
Yeah,
it
then we just do
approved.
an amendment next month. right?
Yeah. Well,
That's for this fiscal year. So that's up to this point based on these numbers. So the budget's just based on our estimates for next year. You know what I mean? So that's why it's, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry if Brian said
Yeah.
he mentioned that we were in the black right now for this fiscal year.
Yeah.
So we had that live feed and they may not be able to hear what you said. So
So as far as getting a budget tonight, would it be this budget plus $58,000 or 60, whatever the number is, as a deficit to be adjusted as we go through the year?
well, we'll bring back a budget amendment next month.
Okay.
And we'll have to cut
Okay.
other departments in order to fund this.
Okay, but this could be approved tonight
It needs to be approved tonight. Yes.
as a deficit budget, and next month, assuming the council.
Yeah, you don't. Yes. So we just need y'all to adopt the budget
Okay.
as presented, plus an additional employee at the golf course, if
Okay.
that's what the council wants to do.
Okay. Somebody needs to make that motion?
That's what they want to do.
Okay.
Right? Or
To add that back in.
yeah, you have to make a motion.
Yes,
including-
that's what I'm, you want to make that motion, Debbie?
Hold
Yeah.
on, just
Okay.
hold on just a second. I think.
So you're wanting them to not keep it the way it is, but hire a different employee.
No.
No.
It's just keeping his budget,
Keeping
the
it the
budget
way,
salary.
keeping it the way it
salary.
is.
It made it sound like he was
No,
saying.
that's not what we're saying.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That's not it.
We were still be trying to hire someone at the water department and is the
so
plan.
they'll keep them the same. at the golf course.
Okay, Nancy, go ahead.
But something that I want to just emphasize, like right
The water department has nothing to do with it at this point. So
Hey, just say Nancy speaking, just say.
Let me see if I can get this thing working. Something that I want to be sure we all understand is, if I understood you correctly, that money has to come from another department, which could very well mean that there would be elimination of a position in another department, or expenses, or not filling a position as it becomes vacant.
well, we'll just look at the budget, but we'll just have to find $60,000, and that has to again come from either the street department, water department, electrical department, and we'll just have to maybe pull money from the various ones, various line items, until we can offset the money to keep the employee at the golf course. So that might mean less money for dilapidated properties, or less money for water infrastructure, or whatever.
So y'all will work on that going into the next meeting, and present something that would end up being balanced. It won't be balanced tonight, but it'll hopefully be balanced at the next
It will be
meeting.
balanced.
Okay.
We need a balanced budget.
It will be balanced. Gotcha. Somebody want to make that motion, Debbie?
Okay. If I screw this up, y'all help
No,
me
we're
correct
going
it.
to help you.
Okay, I say that we adopt the budget. I'm making a motion that we adopt the budget and also include the employee. So it'll be the employees at the golf course. Is there anything else?
Okay. Yes, it would. Is that acceptable?
Yes.
No.
Okay, I'll make a motion.
All right, hold on. Lauren, go
You
ahead.
have to pass the resolution. It's not the budget. So you have to say you make a motion to adopt resolution 1592.
I make a motion that we pass the resolution and 50, let me see. what-
1592.
1592, and include an extra person at the golf course, correct?
Will that work, Lauren?
Are you wanting to include your original employee? That, if you'll say it that way, that's clear.
To
and I know
include the
exactly how to
original.
budget that person back in.
To include the original employee that's already employed
Okay.
out there.
I think that'll get it. Okay. Did y'all get that up here? Okay. Is there any discussion? If anybody wants to talk about any more up here? Okay. All right. We've got a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we've got a second from Skylar Hendricks. All in favor, say aye.
We got to do the roll call. Vote.
No, I'm sorry, you're right. Roll call vote. Land Wynn.
Yay.
Okay. Council Place 2, Skylar Hendricks. Go ahead.
Yay.
Yay. Council Place 3, Debbie Gillespie.
Yay.
Council Place 4, Nancy Townley. Council Position 5, Billy Hendricks.
Yay.
Okay, it's unanimous. And you need, I don't guess you need anything else. We can move on to number 10. And that is discuss, consider, and take action regarding ordinance 2025-11, establishing an ad valorem levy tax rate for the city of Seymour, Texas. 2025 proposed tax rate for the city of Seymour is 0.41175 per $100 of valuation, which is the same as the voter approval tax rate of 0.41175. Any discussion on this? Anybody out here? You're welcome to speak. And if not, do we have a motion on this? Whoa.
Mayor, make a motion that we approve the tax rate of 0.41175.
With motion made, do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a second. All in favor, say aye.
No, it's a roll call vote.
Oh, it's roll call. Sorry. Roll call vote. Council Place 1, Land Wynn. Council Place 2, Skylar Hendricks.
Yeah.
Council Place 3, Debbie Gillespie.
Yay.
Council Place 4, Nancy Townley. Council Place 5, Billy Hendricks.
Yay.
Okay, it's 5-0. I think we got through that one okay. Dr. Brazier probably want to talk about this. Discuss, consider, and take action concerning bids received for roof replacement located at City Hall, Police Department, and Fire Hall. We're waiting on a bid. Did we not get that yet?
No, they have not gotten that because Boo Roofing is coming back with another product, and our consultant want to make sure that it meets all the same standards as what they're proposing. And I have touched base with them last week, and he said that they're working on it. So we will recommend that y'all table that for another month.
Okay. Do we have a motion to table that?
I'll make a motion. We table it next month.
Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Do we have a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, number 12. And this is to discuss, consider, and take action adding a flexible spending account as an optional benefit to employees. Dr. Brazier or Lauren, somebody, if you
Yes,
could give
so-
us a really simple explanation. Oh,
Yeah, well, John
Mr.
Davis.
Davis.
Well, John
Okay.
Davis will come up, but I just want to emphasize again that we're always looking for new opportunities to provide benefits for our employees. And Mr. Davis had come across this and wanted to present it, and so I'll just turn it over to him.
Okay, John. Yeah, just take that out of there and hold it up real close.
So we've been looking into adding an optional health benefit for the employees in the form of a healthcare flexible spending account. I sent out a survey earlier in the week to our employees, and so far 15 of the 27 insured employees have shown interest in participating. Yeah. So a flexible spending account will enable our employees to set aside pre-tax dollars for eligible medical, dental, vision, expenses for themselves and for the dependents, even if their dependents are not covered under our health plan. It would cover co-pays, deductible payments, medical exams, lab work, x-rays, hospital charges, both prescription and over-the-counter medications, vision exams, glasses, contacts, medical supplies, and much more. The program would work by the city setting a maximum contribution that the employee could elect at the beginning of the year. At that point, Texas Health Benefits would fully fund the FSA account. And from that point on, we would do payroll deductions, each payroll to cover that amount through the year. Um, since the employee is receiving the funds up front, yeah, we'll do the payroll deductions. Payroll deductions will be made pre-tax, so both the employee and the city will save money by participating in the program. Right now, I would recommend the initial max contribution limit to be set at $660 for the first year. This will allow us time to evaluate the program's effectiveness and overall employee satisfaction while minimizing any potential liabilities for the city. For a $660 contribution, the employee would have a payroll deduction of $25.83 per pay period. Since these deductions are taken out pre-tax, on a 660 contribution, an employee will approximately $198, and the city will save $50 that would have gone towards taxes. If the employee, if they fund their account and they don't use it through the year, they still have $660 at the end of the year. That amount is the max limit that can roll over into the next. A potential liability for the city would be if an employee separates at a time where their contributions have not exceeded their utilization of their funds. So I would just recommend we minimize that by having them sign a participation agreement at the beginning stating that any money owed at the end of separation will be either deducted from their final paycheck or we'll have a structured repayment program. There is a one-time initial setup fee of $50 for the group, but other than that, there is no expense to the city.
So $50 total initial, and then after that, it's savings pretty much for us, and then
Right.
they pay into it. So okay.
Yeah, there is a charge for an employee to participate. It's $3.70 per month, and that will also be deducted with the pay.
Okay, okay. Has anybody got experience with that, or?
It's a lot of paperwork.
It is.
It's a lot of paperwork on the part of the employees, but I think it's a good benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it before. It's a great benefit. I mean, we've had it in previous employers.
You said 50.
We have it right now.
I had it when I worked at the city of Wichita, and it helped. We used it. I mean, for stuff.
So 15 out of 25 seem to like it, or
Out of 27, and only 18 returned the survey. So 3 said they weren't interested, 15 were, and the rest were
okay.
Didn't return it for one reason or the other.
Is there a minimum number that you'd want to have?
No.
Or if 2 people wanted to do it after it's all said and done, you'd do it. We could do it.
Right.
Well, you said we save $50 in taxes for one person, right?
Pretty
so it's
much,
already a
yeah.
wash right there if we do it. So
What's it cost the city now?
it costs the $50 initially to set up the process, and then we save $50 per employee that does it.
If they elect the max.
If they elect to do it, the max amount. So if one person elects the max, you've already washed out your expense for the city.
And you could set the max contribution limit higher if you wanted to. I think you could go up to $3,300. The issue with that is we would have to, at the end of the year, if they have over $660 in their account, that money is forfeited to the employer. And there's not really any, it's your discretion what to do at that point with the money. I would advocate returning it to the employee because at that point, their contributions have equaled that amount. So it's essentially their pay.
I mean, I like the thought of starting low for the first
Right.
year of obviously to see, kind of dip our toes in the water and see if people like it. And then maybe word will get around. And then, the next year we could probably maybe raise it if they use it, if it gets used.
Right. And if it goes well, there is also a dependent care FSA, which people can use for daycare and childcare expenses, which works very similar to this. So we may also look into doing that at one point.
Okay. Any more discussion?
I was just going to make a comment. In my experience, people appreciate the child care credit more than they do the health care just because they're expensive. But so if that's a benefit we could offer at a minimum cost to the city, I think we should explore it.
Absolutely.
Anybody out here that would like to comment on that, you're welcome to do so.
Thank you, John. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
John, that was good.
Good job.
Yeah.
So if y'all approve it tonight, I would just need also you just to set the contribution limit that you want to impose on the employees.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Let's see. Yep. Consider take action regarding flexible spending account as an optional benefit. Do we have a motion on this?
I guess my microphone works. I'll make a motion that we go ahead and add the flexible spending account with the amount of the $660 for the year for this first year on that. Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second from Ms. Townley. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same. That's that. We've already done our executive session thing. I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion we adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
It's unanimous. All right. Thank y'all for coming.